Welcome guys to another video from AstroFX, and this video right here is regarding the Brexit, which is of course the major decision that everyone here in the UK is going to be making very soon. And let me start by reading a letter that I received through my post just today. Dear Amandeep Nat, on the 23rd of June you will be asked to make an historic choice. Should Britain remain a member of the European Union or should we leave? Millions of jobs lost. Britain loses membership to the EU. Britain stronger and safer in the EU. You make your choice. So I thought it's a good time to make a video for all of you guys to help people with general knowledge and information. And if you're a Forex trader, I'm going to tell you the different scenarios that you need to be aware of. So let's start. Brexit. 23rd of June is when the referendum is. Now Brexit, of course, is a wordplay on Britain and exit, just for your information. So Britain has been part of the Eurozone since 1973, and now it's our choice whether we are going to stay or we're going to leave. And this might be one of the most important choices that people in the UK will make in their whole lifetime, maybe in their kids' lifetime. So we have to take into consideration each fact. And of all the research and everything that I know, I've pointed out the three main reasons why it's been a tough marriage between Britain and the Eurozone, and now we're going for a nasty divorce. So money, immigration and laws. Let's start with money. 10 billion is what Britain gives as a direct cost to the Eurozone each and every single year. And that's a lot of money. Adopting the euro. So back in 1999 was firstly when we're here in the UK, we're meant to stop using our, I think I've got British pounds, and we've got to start using euros. Now if we decide to stay within the Eurozone, as early as 2020, we could all be dealing with euros. 50% of import and export for Britain comes from Europe. So that's when, again, the letter, millions and millions of jobs affected. And lastly, London is the 6th largest economy in the world. So it will be not such a good thing for Europe to actually lose that out of London. Immigration. Now, daily 500 people start their new lives here in the UK each and every single day, travelling, of course, from Europe. Now, that's a large number. And here in the UK, if you live in the UK, you've of course heard the terms, they're all coming here and stealing our jobs. And this is obviously people that migrate here. Now, the crazy thing that which you guys might not know is Britain doesn't actually decide who they let in, how much money they get, the housing, the money, the benefits, nothing. EU decide that. And immigration has been one of the biggest problems that Britain and the Eurozone have been going back and forth. And no one's really made a correct decision. So that's what's really kind of promoting this Brexit. Lastly, laws. Now, EU has supreme law over the UK. Think how important that is. Anything that's kind of come into law here in the UK, the European Union has easy ability to change it, edit it, or bring it, or stop it altogether. So again, this is going to be quite frustrating, especially for politicians that actually obviously work on power, greed and money. It's tough. Lastly, the UK, here we have the House of Commons, which obviously makes a lot of the important decisions. But what overruns that is the European Parliament over in Brussels. So again, that can be quite frustrating for the last few tens of years. And again, it can be such a big issue which has now led to a Brexit. So this is the information in which you guys can now digest and make your own decision, and it will be one of the biggest decisions we make in our lifetime. So that's for the general public, for you guys to decide. Now if you're a Forex trader, we've got this side. Trading. Now nobody likes uncertainty. Why? Because it leads to volatility. Now this isn't a nice volatility that you guys might be thinking if you're in a trade, you're in a trending market, it's going to go in your favour. I'm on about the volatility which will catch you off guard, which could be a 2,000 pip skyrocket or a 2,000 pip fall, basically wiping out many accounts. So I've actually got two scenarios here. Before I go into them, guys, this isn't gospel. This is opinion, and this is just research, and this is my opinion. And you guys can feel free to make your own. Now, if we stay within the European Union, I do believe GBP can regain some strength. Now, over roughly the last 10-11 months, if you look at GBP USD, let's say on a monthly chart, we've been down over 1,000 pips. And the speculation alone, because speculation can move the market just as much as news. The speculation has been killing the GBP recently. So I do believe if we stay, we can regain some of that strength. Now if we leave the Eurozone, GBP will be under more massive pressure. Now, if you guys think of the trading institutions, the guys with tens, if not hundreds of millions of pounds, these guys are invested here in Britain. Now, before the 23rd of June, just on speculation, many of them could decide to remove that money, remove that investment, which will hurt GBP drastically, which I'm going to show you on a chart very, very soon. So, guys, my advice is be careful when trading anything to do with GBP or the euro. And again, we want to sit on our hands. But before I go to any of that, let's flick over the chart so I can show you some examples on the charts. So guys, onto the charts. This is a monthly chart of GBP USD, which I'm going to try and break down for you in less than a minute and show you my two scenarios regarding the Brexit and the fundamental announcement and what I do believe is going to happen in both scenarios, whether we decide to stay or leave. So on this monthly time frame, as you can see, I'm stretching back all the way from 2007, 2008 to the present time. Roughly here is the panic of 2008 with the market crash and everything, and we have come down to test this low a few times, but right now we're relatively low on that price and we're trading in between 1.4500 and 1.400. So within this range right here, as you can see, if I kind of zoom in further, we do have a bit of a Fibonacci retracement from A, B and C there. Now, regarding on the board earlier, I did say that if I think Britain decides to stay in the European Union, we could regain some strength. And I do believe this fall right here, we could see ourselves maybe trending back at 1.5500, which will be up here. However, if we do see Britain leave the Eurozone, I do believe we're going to see a downside movement with heavy momentum down to the 1.3500 level. So that is both scenarios regarding whether we stay or we leave on GBP USD. Next, Euro USD. Now, as long as this pair remains below the 1.45 to 1.1500 section, we can still consider it quite bearish, consolidating from the decline of 2014. Euro USD has been trapped between this range of 1.1500 and 1.0500, which is a 1,000 pip range for nearly a year and a half. Maybe it's awaiting the right fundamental input to break the shell in either direction, either going up or going down. But I do believe a break of the 1.0500 area could lead a strong decline all the way to the 1.000, which will bring it on par with the US dollar. So guys, Euro pound. Now of course this will be a currency pair which many people will be looking at for some substantial movement regarding the Brexit. So instead of all the technicals, I'll rather highlight some of the lows and the highs so you guys actually can note this down and see whether we can see if the currency pair goes into new territory. The lows are at 0.5710 and we have the highs at 0.9780. With the average, this currency trades around the 0.7380 level. So guys, I would rather look out for these levels of these highs and lows to see if we have any new potential territory broken and we can trade from that. Lastly, now I've currently got up USD Swiss, which many of you are probably thinking, now this has not really got nothing to do with the Brexit, but it does have something to do with the safety of your accounts. Now, if you guys can look back to January 2015, this was the move in USD Swiss. Now, this move alone killed hundreds of thousands of accounts off. It made brokers go into bankruptcy and insolvency. So this pair right here declined 25% of its value in minutes. Now, I'm not saying by any means that Brexit could do the same thing, but in case it does, I want everyone to watch this video to be safe within their trading accounts. So I wrote some points on here to consider. Fixed spreads. So again, when the vote does come out, you can expect your broker to widen your spread 2 or 3 times the amount, just so it can take those traders that decide to be quite risky that day and just kill you guys off before you're even in the trade. Next, fixed stop loss. Now, the reason why so many accounts got blown is because the job of a stop loss is when you close your trade, your broker tries to get you out at relatively the same price. If they cannot do so, it rejects your close. And that's what happened that day. This move right here was within minutes, if not seconds. So there was no chance for the broker to actually get you out. However, if you have a fixed stop loss, you can fight this. So look to see if your broker offers you a fixed stop loss. Last thing, insurance from the broker. Now, if your account is assured with one of the top brokers, you should be fine. But many people trading this move back in USD Swiss of January 2015 actually lost, and their account actually went into negative by choosing poor brokers. So guys, again, I'd rather just bring this up to show you what a massive move in the market can look like, and hopefully this doesn't happen. In case it does, you guys should now be good. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the video and it has been informative, and you guys now know what you need to know about the Brexit, whether you are a trader or even if you're not. So if you are a trader, my words of advice will be sit on your hands. Guys, the reason that we're a trader is that we have the freedom of deciding whether we want to be in the market or we want to take a step back. And regarding my last video about withdrawals and living the life of a trader, it's not to panic behind the computer when the Brexit does come out, trying to be trading off the fundamentals when you really don't know what's going on. Sit on your hands, take a break, enjoy life, and I hope you enjoyed the video.